What's going on, guys? Rachel West here along with Rick Stroud and Joey Knight. Bucs are getting ready to take on the Washington football team. Rick, Taylor Heineke last year ran all over them. They didn't really know that he was even going to play last year. Now they had a chance to prepare. What's the difference going to be?
Well, I mean, you're right. He was a completely unknown. They thought they were going to get Alex Smith. They planned on a pocket passer. They ended up with a scrambler like Russell Wilson, who played that way. I mean, Taylor Heineke out of Old Dominion threw for 306 yards, and they didn't have any answers for him. They got into a shootout. It was probably, forget about Drew Brees or, Aaron Rodgers or even Patrick Mahomes. That was the quarterback that they had trouble beating. So he's a force. He still makes a lot of plays in and outside the pocket, so they got to watch for him. And I think that they'll be more dialed in because of his scrambling. They'll have a better plan. But certainly he's a guy that gained their respect, so they won't take him lightly.
Exactly. And now, Joey, injury bug has definitely struck this team all season long, but they're starting to get a couple of those guys back. So what are things looking like on the injury front?
Well, we don't know how many guys are getting back in terms of receiver. Chris Godwin, as we record this, we saw him out at practice Friday morning. We don't know how much he did. He could be a game-time decision. Rob Gronkowski and Antonio Brown have been out there running off to the side. They're not going to play. So the injury core is really depleted. Fortunately, they signed two guys to their practice squad who they could elevate. Rashad Perryman, former Bucs receiver, had a great December 2 Decembers ago, and Darren Fells, a tight end who has played in Bruce Arians' system in Arizona. So the good news is those guys are familiar with the Arians system. The bad news is they weren't even in this organization a week ago. So they're having to depend on guys possibly who are just, kind of learning on the fly. They're a little depleted. Scotty Miller also coming back from a turf toe was kind of cleared to practice last week. We don't know if he's going to play. So it could be, just next man up receiver-wise, and guys literally just newcomers coming in and perhaps being expected to contribute, immediately.
Nothing like signing with the team on Wednesday and starting for them on Sunday.
Right.
So now, real simple here, guys. Key to the game from each of you. What is it?
Well, for me, this Washington football team is one of the worst in pass defense. And it starts, of course, they've got some guys up front in Chase Young and others that can get after the quarterback. So protecting Tom Brady, he's coming off a game 2 weeks ago where he had 3 turnovers. He had a sack fumble. So that's going to be key. A year ago when they played him in the postseason, Rob Gronkowski was on that side helping with Chase Young. They don't have Rob Gronkowski. So they have to find a way to keep Tom Brady clean. They do that, they'll make a lot of yards in the passing game.
All right, and Joey, what do you think?
Playing a clean game. This team has struggled to score points on the road. We've seen it all year, regardless of the quality of the opponent. If they go up there and play as undisciplined as they did against New Orleans, they can lose this game. It's still an any given day NFL. Look no farther than Thursday night's game, Dolphins victory. So I think there's going to be a far more concerted effort to cut down on the penalties and just play a cleaner game. That's going to be a prerequisite Sunday.
Yep, no penalties, no turnovers. That has been preached many times over. So we'll see how the Bucs fare Sunday against the Washington football team. Make sure you guys are keeping up with all of our coverage of it over on social media at Sports by Tampa Bay Times, as well as over at tampabay.com.